everyone, welcome to Monday's free daily pre-market report. Sun is out again. I think it's about 6 days on the spin now. It's just like being in the Caribbean, apart from it's like -2. Well, what can we say? Had a really strong day in the S&Ps on Friday. Non-farm payroll coming in better than expected. The consensus was about -75,000. It came in at -37,000. Got a very strong day. Saw risk back on the table. You know, Canadian dollar wasn't that strong, but Aussie dollar strong. T-notes weak. Crude was bid. We took a nice trade. I'll go through that in the live trading room I took on Friday. So from here now, again, you know, we spoke about a cup and handle formation. Wanted to get these figures out of the way, which we have. Now we're moving up to 1147, 1146-ish, 1147 as the highs, as the yearly highs. So will we get continuation? Will we get some failure there? Will we push through and go higher? Good question. We'll have to wait and see, but it's certainly tradable up to that range. Let's see if we can see anything on a 60-minute chart. So, you know, we had the bounce off here last week, off the bottom of the channel. It's sort of in the middle of the channel here. I can't see much edge in getting long here personally. You know, it didn't take the trade, it broke higher, but fine. We had a lot of other, you know, decent trades, so can't take them all. The real question from here is, what are the other global equity markets doing? So it's really a matter of, you know, we'll do that over the course of the week. Take a look at the DAX, Euro stocks, etc., and just see, you know, are they following through as well, and getting a whole idea of the whole macro economy and the whole global indexes. That'll give us a better picture of what's, you know, where we think the market's going to move. Let's go and look at a trade that we took on Friday in the room. Took a few nice trades. One of them we just got filled this morning on the second half was we took a long trade in crude on a 60-minute chart. The setup that we take is, let me just get my pen. You can see here on Friday what I'm looking for, and it happened, you know, the previous day, but I'm looking for the Bollinger Bands, which are these bands here around the outside. See them there? So let me just tell you what I've got on my chart. Some of you may be new to this video. I have Bollinger Bands running through the middle as a 21 mean exponential moving average. I've got counter bands on the outside, these thick bands. I've got a 60-minute candle chart, and I've got momentum. And you can see here initially Bollinger Bands come inside the counter bands. Stock goes in a really narrow range. That's my sort of first signal. Okay, we've gone in an extremely tight range here. Bollinger Bands go in the counter bands. I'm looking for them to pop. As the Bollinger Bands pop back out of the counter bands, the stock makes its move. And now you could play it with a buy stop and a sell stop here as well. So legitimate play, it works quite nicely, and just, you know, if it goes, you get taken through if it goes high, and you get taken through if it moves lower, and you can just leave your buy stop or sell stop working as OCO orders. One cancels other, so it's a low maintenance trade, and you get on with what you got to do and just set a few email alerts or tell your broker where you want your orders when you're filled. When it broke out, this trade we're talking about, as the Bollinger Bands broke out, the counter bands, stock made a move. If momentum is above zero, which it clearly was, we get long. If it's below zero, we get short. So we got long. We didn't get the initial fill, but what we have on another chart is a 8-hour exponential moving average, and we buy the pullback to that. So the stock breaks out. You know, we didn't use the buy stop channel break trade, but it breaks out. We're not jumping in up here near the highs. We wait for a pullback to the 8 EMA, and let's get another 60-minute chart up so you can see the pullback to the 8 EMA. I just don't have it on that chart because it's a bit messy. So you can see here I bracketed it on this chart, made the move. Let's zoom in. Here's Friday's action. Here you can see the move it made. There's the pullback to the 8 EMA. Pullback again there, came through a bit. You know, it's going to come back. You can also do it to the breakout level, which it came back near, but I just wanted to get a bit more aggressive here. And we grinded higher, and at Friday we closed out. Our first target was 81.90, and we closed it out at about 81.73 because I didn't want to hold the full position over the weekend, but it was in the money, so I did hold it overnight. If my intraday trades, 60-minute charts, now you're not all normally going to get it all peeled off in that day because we're using slightly wider intraday parameters. If it's not in the money, by the close of the trading day, coming up to the last 10 minutes, get out the trade. That's got to be your rule, because it's not doing what you thought it would do short term. But as we moved in the money, but we didn't quite hit our 81.90 mark, I just wanted to peel a third of this position off, and we closed that and took some profit, about 33 cents profit. Since then we've been hit we've had a $4 profit on the second target, and now it's a sort of open target, and I'll just trail the stop up below the 21 hour EMA. So we get a trade below there. We're stopped at, and it's quite wide parameters, but you know, I think I'll really start to tighten stuff when we get if this stock moves up to $84, which certainly is opening up on a daily chart. Okay, everyone, I will be in the trading room today at 2:30, looking at the markets, managing our other trades that we took there, which are working out quite nicely and moving in the money. And we've already taken some profits on our Goldman Sachs plays, etc. Any questions, as always, Martin at thegeniustrader.com. I look forward to speaking with you again tomorrow. Till then, if you're in the UK, enjoy the sun. Happy trading.